Hi, I'm Georgia Wilcox with Full Spectrum Services, and I'm here today with John Hook from the John Hook team with Cairo Real Estate. Hi, John. How are you?
Hey, Georgia.
Hey, I've got some questions today about CC&Rs.
Okay.
What do they stand for?
Covenants, conditions, and restrictions, and they will be with a development to regulate how the homeowners treat their property and how the subdivision is run. It's something that's part of the homeowners association, and the board passes, and it can restrict lots of things. And the purpose, I guess I should say, is to keep values up, to keep the neighborhood nice, and so that everybody keeps what they bought into. That a neighbor maybe doesn't paint their house chartreuse, or build a big shed or garage in the backyard that might block somebody's, or let their landscaping deteriorate.
I know years ago there were things like you can hang your laundry outside. You can,
Right.
I mean, they can be as particular as that.
Correct.
They can also even say you can't park your motorhome on the street or even in the driveway.
There can be restrictions for really anything. One of the big ones is animal
Okay.
restrictions, which comes up quite a bit.
Yeah.
There can even be age restrictions. There are 55 and older senior
That's right.
places where you wouldn't be able to rent or buy in there if you didn't meet those requirements. So it can be anything as long as it's not illegal. CC&Rs.
Okay. Even when you're building a home and that you may have these dreams of having this kind of rock or something in that. So you even have to make sure that you follow the CC&Rs for that subdivision that you're building.
And there could be architectural conditions that you have to follow, a committee that has to approve anything, all sorts of things that you might not think of that you go and do that they can come back and find you or have you change. So
That's great.
it's something to be careful.
So how do I get a copy of the CC&Rs for the development that I live in or
Well,
want to purchase?
Yeah, the current owner should have a copy, but if they don't, a real estate agent, a rental agency usually has connections with a title company. A title company would normally pull those up. They are filed with the city and or the county, so they are public information that can be pulled up. So what you need to do is ask for a copy and kind of read through it. And they can be amended and changed, regularly too. So you kind of need to stay up on top of that because things can change.
So are these CC&Rs legally binding?
They are legally binding as long as there's not an illegal aspect in it, like sex or race discrimination or something like that. It's really up to the association how strictly they enforce it. There are some that are very, very strict on their enforcement and some that aren't so strict. Some where the boards have really dissipated and nobody pays attention to them.
In some cases.
In fact, Cairo Property Management just had one property they manage that the front yard, the homeowner replaced the rock and it wasn't a approved color by the association, so they ended up, I believe, having to paint the rock the right color. So, so it's important when you do any changes on your house, or if you're getting pets or anything, if you're renting a house, that you get a copy of those. If you're buying, it's required that you get them, but renting, you want to ask for a copy of them from the person you're renting from. They should be able to provide that so that you make sure that this is going to be a place that you can live in and that you don't do something against the CC&Rs. Something to be careful about.
Yeah, great information. Thank you. I hope that helps you. Thanks, John, for
Awesome.
your time. You're awesome.
I appreciate it, Georgia.
You
Thank
bet. Stay tuned for more tips for homeowners and sellers. And if you have any questions, always reach out. fullspectrumservices@gmail.com. Thanks so much.